My name is Michael Hagan, and today's Bible reading with our annual Bible reading plan is 2 Samuel chapter 8 through chapter 11. And with that, our devotional is in the beginning of 2 Samuel chapter 8. And in 2 Samuel chapter 7, yesterday we were left off with David's praise and worship to the Lord for what he had done and where God had brought David from and where God has brought him to right now in his life. And so David's only response was just worship, just worshiping the Lord. And so that can be an example for us. What is the things that the Lord has done in our lives? What does that take us to? Does that take us to worship? Or does that take us to another kind of worship? Worshiping the Lord or worshiping ourselves in our hands? So that can be an example for us. But in 2 Samuel chapter 8, the beginning here, what we see is that David continues and steps out in the truth that he realized in chapter 7. And that was what he said with nothing is too hard for the Lord. So David did not stop in those things that he knew was not too hard for the Lord, from taking David where he was to where he is now. But David looked out, and remember, the Lord didn't say anything to David. The Lord didn't talk to David anymore. But what he did say, or what David did realize, is David realized that the things which God had told the children of Israel way back, even in the time of Joshua, they hadn't completed them yet. And so David knew the job wasn't done. Just because the Lord had done something, the job wasn't done. So David didn't stop and take a vacation and just kick back and say, okay, it's all done. But no, David went forward and completed removing those things and removing the stumbling blocks that would stumble him and that would stumble others in Israel from following and obeying the Lord. And so in today's world, in today's vernacular, in the military, we would call that the commander's intent, to where the commander gives his intent and we continue following that intent, that commander's intent, until the commander changes and gives us a new direction. And so David does that. And I hope that this has been a blessed devotional for you today. And I hope this is a great encouragement for you to continue doing the things that the Lord has told you. Even if it may have been a few years since the Lord has given you any new direction, just continue in that thing that he has told you. And so we look forward to seeing and hearing from you tomorrow in our devotional tomorrow. Take care. Have a blessed one.